Hey, I'm RT and welcome back to RTsWorld. So, today I present you a chicken-based arcade game. And this game was requested by many people. Many comments were regarding this chicken-based arcade game or a mob-based game or a skill-based casino, and that's the unification of all of those concepts. So, as we can see here in the background and as you already saw in the preview, we have here chickens falling from the ceiling to the bottom, and you have to hit them with a bow in between. So first of all, let's thank the guys who suggested this video. And as always, many thanks to all the commenters, and I will just briefly go over them. And the first comment is from Tristan, a very frequent commenter on this channel, so thanks for that. He got another ill idea, a chicken gambling machine, and he basically said, yeah, there's a lot of egg randomness, for example, but he's more into the slow falling possibilities. And there he linked the video. And he wanted to design it as a gambling game with points, lives, but that the machine cannot be abused and only maybe used in festival shooting ranges or stuff like that. We should basically keep the arrows and not get any diamonds or any other prizes. So it's more like a fun-based minigame. And we have also a very, very long comment from the Jimmy Cartel. And to sum his comment up, he basically suggested me to build a gambling machine that uses mobs, and he specifically mentions bets here in his comment. And the movement of bets is completely random, so they would press pressure plates and you would win diamonds if you guess correctly. So unfortunately I did not specifically build it with bets, I built it with chickens, so yeah, they still can fly. I guess they have also wings, so maybe that counts. And he also said, I really love your work, you're highly underrated, so many thanks. Thank you so much to Jimmy Cardell. And the last comment I want to go over is from Bram the Red, and he just made it very short. He said, I would love to see a skill-based game. And I guess I did a skill-based game, as we can see here. However, the problem with skill-based casinos is always that you can train for it. If there isn't some type of inherent randomness of the casino, you could always train for it and become better and better and better. And as a casino owner, you would slightly get less profit each time the person gets better and better at your game. So that's always a little bit hard, and that's exactly the reason why I designed this game here to be an arcade, for example, for a festival, etc. You pay for it or you don't pay for it. You can also, for example, use dirt here to activate it or just a button, and then you can play it. And I will show it to you once more again. We can insert a diamond here. We hear the sound. Now the music starts and we have to aim for the chicken. Oh my gosh, there are a lot of chickens. I cannot... And we have here our lives on the left, so I now lost 1 life. Yes, I can get this one. Nice. So I only lost 1 life this time, and it's also completely random how many chickens descend from the ceiling. But as we can see here, we could train for that. You could, for example, place here 5 or 6 people, each of them just aim at one spot and shoot the chickens, so you wouldn't lose any lives if there are many people in a casino, and usually you can't prevent many people from entering your casino. So that's why such skill-based games are highly complex to build if you want really some prizes. Otherwise, people would just abuse them. So yeah, the first part of this video will be simply explaining how everything works. As we can see here in the background, I have 2 versions of it. Mainly it's the front design of it. I have here this much harder version where we have only 1 by 1 holes in this glass plane, therefore making it much harder to hit the chickens. And we have the easy version, which is those 2 gaps equally spaced out. And I also try to compact it down as much as possible that you can build it in survival Minecraft or on your server. And yeah, I guess I did a pretty good job at compacting it down. It's not that huge, it's a very small footprint compared to what it can do. And in the second part of this video, we will build this block by block together, so you can pause the video at any point then and make sure you are completely up to date with the blocks I'm placing, and you can build it with me together. So, how does it work? And I will now go to this version here, since it's a little bit harder and I want to demonstrate it to you. So we insert a diamond. And now we have to, of course, start with this slot if there's a chicken. Oh no. Oh, I'm so bad. I will lose all my lives. Oh shit. Yeah. As we can see here, I'm hard. Yeah, I just lost basically 4 of my lives. It's very hard. That's what I want to say. And now I'm gonna explain to you how it works after I completely messed up the first round. So we have an egg supply here on the top, so you have to always supply fresh, delicious eggs from your chickens to this large chest. And of course you could also place a bunch of chickens here with some hoppers so it refills automatically. But I did not do it now since I promised it to be multiplayer friendly, and a lot of mobs in a tiny 2x2 space or so is definitely not multiplayer friendly for most servers. It should also work in Bedrock and Java Edition, since there are no QC powering or monostable circuits involved. So we have no pistons spitting out blocks or stuff like this, so it should work in both versions. Yeah, we have here the droppers, it's dispensers that fire the eggs against this wool, and they spawn the chickens randomly. And we have also a comparator detecting those eggs in this item hopper, and if it's full, we have here, if you follow this, purple wool line, we have here this redstone torch. If, for example, this comparator would not detect any more eggs in this hopper, the casino closes, we cannot put any diamonds in there, so it's also completely foolproof. If it's empty, it closes up, and you have to refill it as a casino owner. And the heart of this casino are 5 clocks. We have here 5 observer clocks, which are nicely tileable. And as we can see here, for example, if I just remove this torch here, we have here the clock firing, we have here the eggs smashing against the wool block, and yeah, as we can see here, now a chicken spawned, and I will put this torch back in. And the next circuit I want to cover is our input circuit, since now we can make the connection up to the clocks. We have here secretly named items, of course, so nobody can insert them. We have to pay with diamonds as a customer, and if we place in the 19th diamond, 1 diamond will get transferred to your profit chest, or if you want to do it on a festival for free, simply use dirt or a button or whatever. The signal strength will increase, powering this repeater, powering this dropper, and moving the bow over here. This powers this comparator here, and this comparator first sets off this pink wool line, and the pink wool line powers the middle clock here. So first the middle dropper will fire eggs and spawn chickens randomly. Then after that we have here 2 dropper hopper OR gates, and you may remember them from the last video. We have here a dropper hopper with combination with a stackable item, the arrow, and a non-stackable item, the bow. One of those items gets randomly pushed into this hopper. The comparator reads the output. If we have signal strength 1, we get this output. If we have signal strength 2, which represents the bow, we should have this output, since this redstone dust powers the piston there, and the piston extends this block, so the redstone signal cannot pass through here. So we have either left or right, that's why it's an OR gate. So either the left or the right side powers, which powers either the bottom or the top pulse extender with 2 comparators. And those pulse extenders simply depower those torches, either the right middle clock or the most right clock here. So either this one or this one will fire. Same goes for the light gray circuit. So we have here our second dropper hopper OR gate. We have either this output or that one, the bottom or the top pulse extender, and then following the redstone lines, either this torch or that torch, so the middle left or the most outer left clock will fire. So in the first round we therefore have the middle one, either this one or that one, and this one or that one. So 3 of those 5 droppers will fire randomly a pulse sequence in the first round. But then we have also a second round. We have here a timing circuit, which is here. So if you're timing circuits, those 6 arrows get moved to this dropper hopper here on the right and back into the original dropper here on the left. And by doing so, they release a second signal, which again, as we can see here in the middle, if we follow this line here, which again powers those dropper hopper OR gates a second time, and then we have the second round. That's why we have 2 rounds, and I can just demonstrate it to you again by putting a diamond inside. So we should get middle row and either left or right side, as we can see here. Then we have a small break, and then we have again either left or right, but not the middle row. So we have 2 waves of chickens, and you have to kill them or you lose all your lives. As we can see here, I lost all my 5 lives during this run since I didn't try to shoot them. Yes, so that's basically everything covered. We have also here in magenta the reset circuit, and the reset circuit is very simple. It's time-based. We have here 12 arrows. If they get moved to the left and to the right, we stop the circuit, and that's exactly when those 2 waves are over, and they will remove this bow, which if we start the casino is in this left dropper. They remove the bow back to the original dropper, therefore resetting the whole contraption and opening the target block again, since the target block also closes up the hopper where we can insert our diamonds. So with that explained, and I hopefully explained it so that everyone understands it, we come now to the last part of these circuits, which is this lava pit. We have here lava at the bottom to burn all the chickens alive, unfortunately. And we have this tripwire in the middle, and this tripwire gets activated. And if it gets activated, we simply move 1 bow from this dropper here into that dropper there, and therefore decreasing the signal strength. And as we can see here, I touched the tripwire, we removed 1 of those lives. If I put another bow from here into the second dropper, I removed another life. So I will move them back now, like so. Okay, the last circuit that's relevant is basically this reset circuit here. So if we finish it, if this timer here on the top finishes the sequence of the chicken waves, we have here this pulse that gets sent through, gets extended here, and powers this clock here. And this clock basically moves all those 5 bows, if we lose all 5 lives from this dropper here, back to the original one, therefore resetting our life count. So I guess with that said, I covered every single circuit here involved in this build. And before we go to the block by block tutorial part, I really want to thank the Jimmy Cartel for becoming my first ever Patreon member today. And yeah, as of the recording of this video, of course. So he became it basically last week, but as I record this video today, the Jimmy Cartel became my first Patreon member, so many thanks to him at this point. Yeah, really appreciate your support. I'm really happy with that. Thanks a lot. I never thought that I would get any Patreon members at all, so yeah, thanks. And now, with that said, have fun with the block by block tutorial. Welcome to the block by block tutorial part, and we have here a 17 by 7 platform, where 7 is this direction, 17 of course that one. And we want to start with some smooth quartz pillars. We simply pillar up like this, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks high. Then we go over 2 blocks wide, like so. And here on this side, 9 blocks in height as well. We connect it up and we end up with this nice frame here. Next, we want to build our live display. So we have here this kind of shape. We should have now 5 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 gap there. That's our live. And we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gap. Then we have this vertical pillar down. And from here on, we simply count 1, 2, 3. The 4th block, the 5th block will be yellow concrete again. We go over like that, and we go down like this. That leaves us with this gap here, and we want to get in here some smooth quartz, like so. Upside down quartz stair. And just for decoration, if you're playing in an older version where no target blocks are available, it's also fine. That's just for aesthetics. And we have here the chicken heads. Next up, I want to switch for the chest. And we want to place the chest right there. Replace this block with a stair so we can open it. 2 hoppers facing to the left. And a birch trapdoor here to cover that hopper. Item frame, a diamond, and to make it look a little bit fancier, we can place here some quartz blocks and place here some quartz blocks as well. So that's the front of the casino already done. Next up, we want to extend our floor like that. Want to place in this row of glass, that row of glass, this row of glass. So we have here these 3 gaps. To build a target, we want to go to the back side of the casino, place here a red concrete block, go 1, 2, remove those blocks, so that's our gap where the chickens will come in. And from here on, we build our target from inside out, just red and white concrete like so. Then we want to have here some smooth quartz, sorry for the misplacements, at the bottom like so. And we also want to have smooth quartz here at the top. And here at this layer where the top layer of the smooth quartz blocks, we also want to add in some droppers, some dispensers. That's where all the eggs will go later on. Then we have here some another smooth quartz blocks, block up like that. We can also put some blocks in there. And we can also block up this side as well. So with that done, we can now place here some glass on top. So we can see if there are some chickens that spawn in. And we can already place some lava at the bottom of this gap. And we want to place here a glass block, here a smooth quartz block, here a glass block, there a smooth quartz block. We can already place in the tripwire hooks there. And we can fill up the rest here with glass, of course. Like so. And here in this gap we go just 2 blocks, 3 blocks deep. And we can place in here the lava. That's perfect. So then we can already place in the string. So we should now activate the tripwire if we run over it. And it's that here. And then we can close in everything with glass, like so. That's basically everything done for the chickens. Next I want to place the hoppers, so we place them while holding shift right onto those dispensers. Place here a hopper facing downwards, all the other ones facing sideways, like so. And here I have some pre-filled chests with lots of eggs, and yeah, for this tutorial, to get a little bit faster done, I will get another 2 double chests right on top to completely fill this up. And then we can already cover the hoppers with some composters to prevent people from putting in there some random items. Next up, we want to remove this quartz line here. Block misplacement. Place here some of this purple wool. And we want to read the output with the comparator of this hopper here. Place here redstone, repeater, and a line of redstone that leads all the way up to here so far. Then we can start building the bottom circuits. We're going to start here at the hoppers with 2 blocks of wool there, 2 blocks of wool like so, 2 blocks there, 1 there. Repeater, redstone torch, 2 pieces of redstone and a comparator. And here we can already put in our secretly named items and some diamonds, and they should stop at 16. And they stopped at 18. Of course it's 18, not 16. And here we have the chests with all the profits. So then we can put in here a sticky piston, target blocks just for the aesthetics. And we can already block down here. But first we want to get some yellow wool. So here we should end up with our purple circuit. So we have here our torch, another piece of redstone, another torch, another piece of redstone, another torch like so, redstone on top, and we simply connect these lines up. So now it's closed since there are no eggs in this hopper here, but I will shortly get some eggs. Just remove that one here. I just fill this dispenser, also put some items in this hopper here. As we can see, the comparator now functions and therefore opens the gap again. Next we want to add the green circuit, which should start here right to the light blue one. We have repeaters set to 2 ticks running into this block here, running into a dropper, into another dropper, so they face each other. Then we can already grab an output here with a comparator, and in the right one we will place a non-stackable item, the bow. Afterwards we want to continue with a sticky piston there, facing upwards, block, another block, repeater set to 4 ticks, some redstone dust, 2 blocks like that, redstone dust like this. Then we want to add 2 droppers facing into that direction, hoppers, composters on top, comparator on each side, 2 pieces of redstone dust, another 2 blocks we have here on this side, 2 tick repeater, 1 tick repeater, 2 tick repeater, 1 tick repeater, sticky piston facing upwards like that, replace that block, put in a redstone dust, another block, and L shape like that. Sorry, that should be repeaters. 2 torches like so. That's the OR gates done. If we add in here a bow and an arrow, for example, just a stackable and a non-stackable item in there, like so. Next up, we want to add some red wool right over there, like so. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all the way like so. We can already set some node blocks here and we can tune them like so. Then we also want to add a node block right here, put an iron block beneath it that it makes a nice sound. And then we can place repeaters alternating like this. We have here some redstone dust. Then we want to add some cyan wool and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on all the way. And then we want to add in 2 observers with 1 gap between those repeaters, also alternating. Here's some blocks, some redstone on top, some redstone here, some repeaters like so, all set to 1 tick. Blocks here on top of those redstone dusts, then we can remove the additional blocks, and from here on we can already start with that wool color, this wool color, and that wool color. And we want to start with the light gray one right here. So we have our redstone torches right there, pink in the middle, and dark gray right on the outside, like this. With that done, we can already connect the first clock here on the top. So we can start here where we left this gap, put in a block, a torch, a block, a torch, another block, then this kind of 2x3 area where we have 2 pieces of redstone on each side and comparators running into each other. And we want to connect it right up to that torch. Now the clock should run on top. We now put a block right there, redstone torch, 2 pieces of redstone dust, so this annoying noise is stopped, but we have to reverse those comparators, of course, like that. Next up, I'm going to add the light gray circuit, which is again 2 pieces of redstone torches right there. Here is the upper level and there is the lower level, and from here on we're gonna place in those 2x3 areas, like so, and we're gonna place in some comparators here as well, like that. So that's the 2 layers done for the light gray part. Then we want to repeat the same for the other side, for the dark gray one. 2 redstone torches, here is the upper layer, there is the bottom one, and for that we also want to make sure to place in our comparators in different directions. Here is the upper layer, make sure to place here a repeater, redstone dust, and comparators like on the other side. Next up, we are placing here a block of wool, redstone torch, another redstone torch there, and another redstone dust right here. So that powers the most outer right circuit. Then we want to place in a block here, repeater there, and then we simply tower up with some redstone torches. And we're gonna replace this redstone dust here with a repeater, place the redstone torch right there, block on top, and a redstone dust there that depowers that torch if the circuit is selected. Next we want to start with the top layer of the light gray circuit. We replace this block with the torch on the block, go over like that. Next up is the bottom layer. We're gonna grab a repeater, place it right here, go up, redstone torch, go over, redstone torch, go over like this, and we want to ultimately end up right over there, like that. So now we have to connect everything up properly. So we have here some redstone dust, here repeater, and there's some redstone dust. Perfect. Next up, I want to build a yellow circuit. So we have here a comparator reading the output of that dropper with the bow inside. We have a redstone torch. We have block up and simply connect everything by a redstone line like this. Next up, I want to start with the orange circuit. We place a redstone torch right here. We have a sticky piston facing upwards, repeater set to 4 ticks, repeater set to 2 ticks, then a block, then a few blocks. We have a redstone comparator facing, reading the output of those 2 droppers. hoppers, of course, we cover them with composters, and we're gonna grab ourselves a redstone torch like that, some redstone dust and another torch right here, and we place in exactly 6 items into this front hopper right there. So next up, I want to grab myself a redstone comparator, read the output of that item hopper there. From there we block right over like this, place in some redstone dust, a redstone torch. Then we have a repeater set to 1 tick, we have a sticky piston, block, repeater set to 2 tick. We can already set that to 2 ticks as well, that's a little bit easier. Then we want to come around like this, and we finally want to end up right here, 3 repeaters right there, another redstone dust, another repeater. We want to set a block here. Then we have here some redstone dust, repeater, redstone dust, and we can then remove this block and line it up like that. So that's done. That should be now 2 waves of chickens, and we will test it. Sorry, before we test the machine, we have to make sure that all those repeaters here on the most right corner, if we look from it from behind, should be at 2 ticks, and then we can put in a diamond to test it out. Let's see. There should be 3 droppers firing now. Perfect. Dispensers, of course, no chickens spawned unfortunately. And on the second wave, yeah, 2 should be firing. That's great. That's perfect. Nice. Next up, we want to build the live display. So we have these 2 blocks, we want to remove them, place their droppers facing into each other. In the right one, we want to place the bows afterwards. We have here a block, there a block, torch, here a torch, and we simply connect it here to this tripwire hook. We can now place 1 bow into this dropper here, and place 1 comparator facing into this block here, put here another redstone dust on top of a glass, and from here on we can already start towering up like this, and we can already place in our first block right there, put a repeater here, and the first lamp should be lighting up. Nice. Then we want to put in here another repeater with a redstone signal. If we double the bow, now we should see 2 lamps light up. Then if we triple the bows, like that, we have the 3rd lamp lighting up like so. If we put in a 4th bow, let's actually check how wide this redstone signal reaches. It's right there. So if we have a 4th bow, we should now have 4 lamps. And for the 5th bow, we want to tower up like that. As we can see here, right there, that's not enough signal. So if we put in the 5th bow, it would get to the signal strength. So we simply want to add a repeater here and a redstone dust like there. So 5 lives are basically now done. So next up, we want to add in our reset circuit with magenta wool. We should end up here at this block at some point, and right there at this dropper at some point to put the bow back into the starting dropper. And for the start of the reset circuit, we want to grab our output right here, repeater set to 4 ticks, redstone torch, another redstone torch right there, then 3 blocks, 2 of them are redstone dust, 1 of them is a redstone repeater. Then we have a comparator, we have 2 hoppers running into each other, like so. We have another timer, we have some composters on top, and we're gonna end up with a redstone torch here on the other side. We can remove that block here. Here 2 blocks, there a block, redstone torch, and some redstone dust on top. Great, and now we want to add exactly 12 items right into this right hopper here. So we're gonna grab the output over there. We want to place in a block, a torch, a repeater set to 2 ticks, a sticky piston, and a repeater set to 2 ticks. And we want to go up with the redstone signal like so to power this dropper here. Great. Next up, we want to grab here an output, set to 2 ticks. Then we want to block down like that. Simply go down. Then we're gonna add in here a 2x3 platform. We're gonna grab 2 comparators like that. place in repeater set to 4 ticks, like so, connect it up. Then another 2 pieces of redstone, repeater set to 1 tick, repeater set to 4 ticks. Another block right here, redstone dust, redstone torch, piece of redstone, 2 observers facing this piece of redstone dust, another block here, 2 repeaters, both set to 1 tick, redstone dust, and then a line all the way right to this block here. So for this block we want to add in this kind of workaround. Then we count, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, so that's completely fine. With that done, we added our reset circuit and we should now be able to trigger it once. So we just depower this torch very shortly. It should move now all the items back and forth. And after a set amount of time, when the items got moved back and forth, we have this pulse here. We have here this clock firing. And we are back to test the game once more. So where are the diamonds? And I will simply put or take a closer look on those hoppers. They are now filled exactly how I wanted. Yeah, we have a lot of axial remaining, but yeah, doesn't matter. Simply destroy the chests now. Let's see if everything works. The hole is covered now. Do I have a bow? Yeah, let's shoot one of those chick. Oh god, I'm so bad. Yeah, we now already lost a lot of lives. We have now 4 lives, so I won't lose my... Okay, I will lose my last life as well, so no lives left. But it's a nice test to see if everything works well. Perfect. Now we are back to 5 lives, everything is restored, and we can play the game again. Yeah, with that said, I hope this game is fun. Let's watch it one more time from above. Now the second wave should kick in. Okay, but we got no chickens in the second wave, unfortunately. So yeah, that's kind of not a problem, but of course it's a little bit random if you get some chickens, if you get a lot of them. I also had a wave during the tutorial testing phase where I got like, I don't know, 5 or 6 chicken from one slot, since one chicken got stuck here very shortly and then the eggs hit directly the chicken and then the spawn rate, I guess, is increased somehow. So there were a lot of chickens just falling down and it was super hard to get all of them. I lost a lot of lives, but yeah, that's how it works. That's just an arcade game for anyone who wants to provide a nice game for free or for like 1 diamond or 1 gold or whatever, to make it a little bit more fun, to make a place a little bit more fun. And yeah, this game should be all about fun. And I said the word fun much too often now. So with that said, you could also choose this design here. That's pretty nice. We have 1 hole per slot only, so you have to be very precise with your bow shots here. It's a little bit harder, but you can also be with this very user-friendly variant where you have these 3 slots ranging from top to bottom. But yeah, I guess you can do it however you like. If there was any problem during this block by block tutorial, if you encounter any mistake during your build, simply go to the video description. There is a world download link. I provide the world for free for you, so make sure to check the world download if you made any error, and you can find the mistake much easier if you have the world to play around with. And with that said, many thanks again to the 3 commenters of this video. Also many thanks to all of you watching, all of you liking, all of you subscribed. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.